Frank Thomas, who everyone called Truman, moved with his wife, Beth, to the city and took an apartment they hoped would be their last. He took a residency at one of America's finest hospitals. Beth began a master's in nursing. On the elevator for the first time, just as the door was closing, a tall, bald, slightly stooped man rushed on. As the door closed, he began telling them of his childhood. By the third floor, they knew all his off-Broadway credits. Many good actors and writers and directors get their start there. By the sixth floor, the actor had declared he would write and star in his own TV series. "There's where the money is," he said. "Shoot me if I get like that," Truman said. If you get like that, you're going to have to come get me," Beth said. "Shoot me if I get like that," Truman said. Okay, so he began a master's in Beth began a master's. Truman. Okay, good. They saw the actor, but never again in the elevator, and when they did, he ignored them. He was always in a hurry, rushing somewhere, looking odder outdoors than in. Even in the laundry room, he watched his clothes tumbling in the dryer or washer. The washer or dryer. "He's deluded," Truman said. "Deranged," Beth said. "Who would want him in their living rooms? He's hideous." 5 grueling years of horrendous hours and terrible diet. Truman gained more than he had in medical school. Beth did too, but not nearly as much. Truman was taken with his work. He thought of it constantly, even dreamed sometimes, waking with a solution that had eluded him for weeks. Evaded for weeks. When he finished the residency, he was offered a fellowship and gladly accepted. Beth joined the nursing faculty. They saw more of each other at work than at home, but it was the same with their friends. No one had time, but they all harbored big dreams and wild ambitions. They were going to save the world, one person at a time. Finally, the Trumans bought a condo, overlooking the river and the bridge, where their lights looked like long strings of pearls waiting for a woman's neck. They bought all new furniture, tossing everything but their favorite clothes. They were in debt almost $1 million in student loans. Their condo cost $1.6 million. So what was a little more debt? Okay. They bought all new furniture, tossing everything but their favorite clothes, but their clothes. Tossing everything but their clothes. They were in debt. They were almost $1 million in debt. They were almost $1 million in debt, in student loans. They had almost $1 million in student loans. Their condo cost $1.6 million. So what was a little more debt? Their family and friends came for the warming. Everyone was happy, knowing how long and hard they had worked. For this was the night Beth and Truman had dreamed of, to host these important people in their new home. Everyone asked them when they'll start their family. "We will not keep it a secret," Truman said. He had one whiskey too many, wandering from room to room. His nieces and nephews watched TV. And they all had appeared as strangers. His nieces and nephews watched TV and looked like strangers. And looked like strangers to him. He stepped in to see his new TV, his new flat screen TV. There he was. Okay. They looked like strangers. He changed that with his new. They looked like strangers. They had grown so much. He stepped in to see his new flat-screen TV. There he was. Sure enough, there he was. That tall, bald actor that they had met on the elevator. "What is this?" Truman asked. "Oh, Uncle Frank, this is the greatest series. That big ugly guy is an extraterrestrial with supernatural powers. He can melt people," his niece said. "He can send you into space," his nephew said. "Don't mess with that guy. Don't mess with him." Frank dropped his drink. He got Beth. She screamed, scaring everyone. The entire party crammed into the room. "We knew that actor," Truman said. "You knew him, Uncle Frank? Really? Oh, how cool is that?" After everyone left, Truman saw the actor was creator, lead writer, star, and sometimes director. After the first season, he demanded a raise of $1,700,000 per episode, with a minimum of 22. Truman felt a surge of rage and nausea. He multiplied. $37 million a year. His contract ran for $180 million. During the off-season, he starred in a movie as the romantic lead with a budget of $40 million and 3 Academy Award-winning actors. With a budget of $40 million and with 3 Academy Award-winning actors. Truman stood at the wall of glass overlooking the river and bridge. He could not remember ever starting an evening that he and Beth looked so long for. That he and Beth looked so long forward to for so long. He could not remember starting an evening that he and Beth looked forward to for so long. Only to see that no matter what they did, or how many people they helped heal or save, that actor would make more in 1 year than they would their entire lives combined. With a bolt of despair that shot through Truman like a bullet in the brain, he wanted to open the window and step out. But it was all glass. What galled Surgeon Frank Thomas Truman was that actor had no debt and owed no one not 1 red cent, and no government hounding him for charging less, for charging too much.